Hello, this is the Tyrants In Training podcast. I'm the host, Kevin Ryan. This comedy podcast has a guest on each week to rule their own country as a tyrant. This week's guest is actor Lee Shorten. Lee is very nice, he's very cool, but does pretty much admit to murder within the first 10 minutes of the episode. Also, for new listeners, this podcast is mostly fictional, so don't worry about the murder part. He probably only said it in jest. You can also follow this podcast at Tyrants_podcast on Twitter, and enjoy. Okay, so Lee, wait, actually, I shouldn't call you Lee. You're going to be the ruler, the tyrant of this country of yours. Do you have any official title you want to be known as?
Man, what is I hate titles.
You wouldn't go for any royal titles, no?
No, I'm fundamentally opposed to like royalty and the monarchy and all that stuff. So let's go no titles. Let's go no titles.
So you just want everyone showing up saying, "Hey Lee."
Yeah.
No, like even Mr. Shorten or anything, no?
No, God, I can't. This is where classic like Mr. Shorten's my father or whatever. But
Yeah.
no,
You're just going straight up Lee. So
just-
anyone in actually, if you're going to set up a country, one of the options I give people, there's going to be like 10 million people on your island. Okay.
10 million. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
whatever the size of a country would be for 10 million. That's how big it is. Do you want to pick a hand select 12 people to act as your inner circle? So they're the guys and girls who are going to run your country, the admin, boring stuff. Or do you want your people to be allowed to elect 100 senators into a Senate so they can vote on that, but you have overall power?
That's a good question. I'm quite cynical, but I'm
Love
also
it.
like that weird kind of cynical, like the cynical guy who's the failed idealist. So part of me is like, it should be democratic and we should elect them. But then I'm like, I look at the state of democracy. And
Yes.
I'm like, oof, I don't. So no, let's get a hand-picked cabinet of 12 people.
Just screw me. And in fairness, first of all, everyone always does that. Everyone shows up, and the reason why I invite them to do the show, because I'm like, they seem pretty nice. Immediately, most of them go, I don't know about voting. And even if they do, they go, yeah, they can. However, I will decide if they voted correctly. But yes.
Because, obviously, if we're going to talk voting, then it's like, is it preferential? Is it first past the post? Is voting compulsory? It's like, no, let's just skip all that. Let's have a cabinet, hand-picked cabinet at 12 people.
Okay, 12 people, you're just picking, that's it. And the people who are on your island, people who are your citizens, I mean, they're aware that this happens in your country. Like they are joining your country freely, going, yeah, I'm all for that. So they have no problem not voting.
Okay,
right?
I will say perfect.
Yeah, they don't care, right? Okay, so no democracy. I'm gonna write in big letters.
This is gonna come back and haunt me one day.
That's the one. That's the one thing I'm conscious of. No democracy, quotes Lee Shorten. That will be in my tweet promoting this.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have your official title, which is just your name. Fair enough. What are you going to call your, are they called your inner circle or your council or?
Yeah, let's just call it the council. That's neutral, right?
Yeah. I mean, it sounds, in comparison, just your own name, it sounds a bit official.
Yeah.
Do you not think?
That's okay, because then it's like, then it feels like it's not my will. It's the council is the more official part, and I'm just me.
So wait, but are you okay? Fair enough. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Are you just thinking that that might come off as people might think, wait, are the council in charge? And he's like just a figurehead, or what's going on there?
No, I don't know. You know what I'm thinking, and it's terrible. I'm thinking, Pablo Escobar never had a title. You know what I mean? He was just Pablo.
Yes.
Not that he's like a fucking role model or anything.
No, but he, yeah.
He's a man. He's a man of the people. It's Pablo. He's removing the barriers of perceived authority, but he still has it.
Okay, I'm just writing down notes here for just to let the council know, and also quotes that I can later use, such as Pablo, no role model, but knew what he was up to. Okay, I'll cross that barrier. Okay, so the council and Lee is what we're going with. Lee in the
Yeah,
Council. Okay.
Lee in the Council. Yeah.
Oh, where are you going to
Sounds
put
like a terrible indie rock band.
a terrible band? I was just thinking,
Yeah.
yeah. Where are you going to put your island?
Oh, we can put it wherever we want.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, somewhere where there's land. Or, sorry, somewhere where there's sea rather than on top of another country.
You know, I'm just going to go off the coast of Australia just because I know the Australian climate agrees
Yes.
with me.
Are we talking west, south, northeast?
It's got to be east coast.
So in between New Zealand and
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. In New Zealand. Did you ever hear about that thing about world maps not including New Zealand?
No, what?
There you go. I won't even give you context to that, but that is true. Apparently, no, I mean, I don't know, is it true anymore? I've seen New Zealand a few times, but a lot of maps that were thrown out there didn't have New Zealand on it. So New Zealand started a national campaign to get New Zealand on the map.
That's
like
wild.
literally on their map, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, fair enough. Do you actually, we can't keep calling it your island. Do you have a name?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm so bad at names. I don't know. What's a cool name? Help me out here.
Chile.
You know what?
Chile, but just
Chile. Man. Let's call it Omega.
Oh, why'd you go with Omega?
I was just thinking of Mass Effect. Yeah.
Okay.
You ever play Mass Effect?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. It was too scary. No, that's wait, what am I thinking of? No, I'm thinking of a horror in space. That's not Mass Effect though.
You thinking of Dead Space?
That's it, yeah. Completely different game. Okay, we'll go with Omega. I mean, geez, it's so weird. It's like you're going to the country of Omega and you're going to stand before the leader of Omega. Hey, Lee.
Yeah.
Well, hey, how are you?
Listen, you know, it's like that famous saying: if you have to say you're king, then you're not the king.
Is there many? Do you think there's many? You wouldn't have a problem if there was other Lees running around.
No,
I don't mean your children running around, but I just mean other people called Lee.
Called Lee Nasser.
Yeah, that's right. Fair enough. Okay, so we have that. By the way, might be nice to get down some sort of origin story for your country. So, like, how did you find it, or what are we going to tell people?
Oh, yeah. So I guess one time when we were taking a trip from Australia to New Zealand, we discovered this previously undiscovered landmass.
Who's we? By the way, I'm just a voice in your head in this scenario. I'm not. Yeah.
Oh, right. You're not. Yeah. Okay. Me and I. How did we even acquire this island? Do we? I'm not a billionaire.
I know, but you could have found it. I mean.
Right. And they just let me have it. Yeah.
Who's they? I don't know. Yeah. I mean, nobody's there. Yeah.
Nobody's there. All right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Okay. So why don't we say I was flying from Australia to New Zealand, and actually the plane crashed on this island, like Lost styles.
Right.
And then we're like, actually, now this is going to be my island.
Okay, but was there anyone else on the plane? Because you said it crashed.
It was like me and my partner and a handful of other people.
That you didn't know all of them, though, did you?
No.
So it was like a commercial jet plane.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I just want to dig into this for a sec, just if other people ask. So, like Lost, we'll say Singapore Airlines or whatever flight was flying over to New Zealand and it crashed. But everyone was safe, first of all. Make sure that everyone's safe. And did everyone safe? A bit worried, going, oh my God, did we land in New Zealand? No, it should have been a bit quicker. And you stood up and went, I'm not sure, but what I do know is if this is a new island, I'm claiming. And that's how it started. Is that how? Because it seems like if it was an accident and it was a flight that crashed, you standing up saying, I own this place.
Well, I think it was a gradual thing. It was almost like we ran through the seasons of Lost to get to where we are. And it was like, we crashed and then we all had adventures. And by the end of the time, when people came to rescue us, we'd established our own little makeshift society. And I was already at the head of that society. So then we decided I could just continue.
You should just, Did you have any rival for power? Sorry, I'm really interested in this Lost situation.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Oh, who?
Some guy, just some white guy, probably.
What's his name, Guy?
Yes.
Oh shit! What was Guy? Where was he from? Australia as well?
No, he was an American businessman.
Oh, what was his business?
He was busy. He was, you know, he was just a venture capitalist.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I'm definitely rooting for this guy in the series.
yeah, totally, right?
Yeah. But what happened to him? Is he all right? Is he
No, he's dead. He's dead.
oh Jesus, did you kill him?
Maybe.
Lee Shorten, actor, doesn't deny murder on Kevin Ryan podcast. All right. Damn, I wish I just made this entire episode about you on an island now. But yeah, okay, we can. Is anyone allowed to ask that question in your country of Omega?
Of what happened?
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
but they never get the answer.
No.
Oh, okay. Do you want to do anything to the people who try and investigate? Should we deal with them?
The people who try to investigate. Oh, who try to investigate what really happened?
Yeah.
No. I think it adds a bit of, flavor and color.
Mystery.
Yeah. Plus, the good thing is, it's like if you have dissidents, at least if they all kind of rally around this one conspiracy, you can control the narrative without overtly controlling the narrative, and you can see who your enemies are and stuff because this is what they're going to be fixated on.
That's it. You're 9 minutes into it, and already you're starting to think about your enemies. Yes. Okay. And by the way, was Guy's body ever found?
No.
No. You seem so happy. Okay, that's fine. Oh, with the 10 million people, usually the way I just imagine it is you have your island, everything's set up, plumbing and all that. 10 million people come in and live in the houses, right? So you don't need to worry about all that. The people coming in, do you want to ask them any questions just to make sure that, are we allowing these people in, or is everyone just come on in, or?
That's a good question. I'm going to say anyone's allowed in.
Yeah.
But that may not necessarily be to their benefit.
Okay.
For example, let's say you're a crazy homophobe. I'm not a big fan of homophobes.
Yeah.
Maybe they come to the island. Maybe they never leave the island. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so we'll just if you don't mind. So I presume you have. What else would you call them? Like border guards or guards at the airport, right?
Yeah.
If the guy's name is Bill, shows up, does he have an interview? Because he's like, hey, I'm Bill. I'm looking to stay here in this country. I hear it's only men marrying women. That's it. Like, are you going, okay, Bill? And
we're like, we'll keep an eye on Bill.
Oh yeah, but not too much of an eye, because I don't like when other guys stare at me. It gives me funny feelings I don't like thinking about. So just
that's what Bill says. Well,
yeah, that's what Bill's saying. Yeah, Bill's saying that. No.
Well, you don't have to come in, Bill.
I know, but I really want to.
Well, I'm just telling you straight up, Bill.
Yes,
we'll be keeping an eye on you, my friend.
I don't know you very well. The friend thing seems a bit of flirty, and I don't do that. But I'm happy to stay here, Lee.
We'll see. We'll see, Bill.
Yeah, Lee seems like a friendly guy. To be honest, I'm more than forward to looking to or living here.
We'll see.
What are you going to do to Bill?
Well, it just depends. Doesn't it?
Okay, so he's now putting a sign outside his house that he's bought, saying, have no fear, there's nobody is gay in my house. Now, are you just leaving with the sign, or?
No, I think we'll have a chat to just see what this is all about.
With Bill?
Yeah.
Do you want to knock on the door and we'll find out what Bill is saying?
Am I gonna knock on the door, or are some people gonna knock on his door? I don't know.
By the way, actually, that's what could be a good question. Are you going to be someone who's approachable to the public, or are they not going to be able to get a meeting with you?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think I think we'll be approachable. I think like the Hank Scorpio episode of The Simpsons. We'll be like,
oh God, yes.
Yeah, we'll be like Hank Scorpio.
Oh, the door is swishing open in your office. Then, hi, I'm Bill. Hey Lee, how are you?
Hey Bill, what's going on?
Hey, that's a nice dagger you're sharpening in your hand. Yeah, the police came around my house and said, they were keeping an eye on me and my signs. I have 49 signs outside my house now.
It's a lot of signs.
Yeah, all under one topic though. I don't like to confuse anyone. So just wondering, why are they giving me grief about the You know, I thought this country was a friendly country. You know.
Well, it is,
Yeah.
but it's like the tolerance paradox, right? And it's always the thing when people talk about freedom of speech, and you talk about this doesn't mean freedom from consequences. And the interesting thing that is always to me is that freedom of speech in many ways is based on the fact that we're all equal. Therefore, we all have an equal right to an opinion.
Yes.
But your view that, say, gay people are less than is
Yes.
clearly not rooted in the concepts of equality, because you already think that they're less than. So how can you use a principle rooted in equality to back up your argument, which is against equality, right? So we just can't have that, because your argument is like unsound and untenable.
Yeah, but I'll keep the signs up though.
No.
Why?
Because as I just explained to you, Bill, your hate-filled, bigoted ideology is not compatible with the things that are here. And the thing is, right now we go back to like the marketplace of ideas and this concept that like the best idea wins and you can out-debate people. I think if the last couple of years have shown us anything, it's like that is not fucking true, because some people, it's not really about facts and logic. It's about some weird thing. So I was always, you can't debate, like, should we have debated Nazi Germany? Sometimes violence is the answer. So, if Bill doesn't want to take down his signs, then Bill's probably going to get black bagged.
What's black bagged?
He will be disappeared. Yeah.
Oh God. By the way, I've just also realised that I really don't know you well enough to suddenly go jumping in with Bill hates gay people. I don't. I don't. Just to be clear again, I don't.
No, I didn't even think that.
Yeah, Bill is probably going to leave your office a bit confused, but hopefully.
Well, no, Bill's. Well, yeah. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see if he takes down. Yeah. He can go home, and if he takes down the signs, whatever. But
he's removed 4 signs.
Yeah, he had 49. That's not really.
Yeah, but he thought, he's gradual. He's thinking about it, so he removed 4. He put them in the back.
I don't think so.
Yeah, okay, on the scale of 1 to 10, will Bill survive the month?
Is he going to have all the signs down by the end of the month?
He'll have 64% of them down.
No, he's.
Oh, okay. Jesus Christ. Okay, fair enough. I mean, I don't really have sympathy for Bill, but let's see who else is. Oh, by the way, a more fun topic is, what type of house do you want to live in?
Oh, just a modest house, just one that's big enough for me and the missus and some kids and whatever.
Are you going to have it in the city or out in the countryside?
When I was younger, I used to love living in the city, but the older you get, you're like, I don't know, man, I don't fucking know. I think we'll just live live in the burbs, maybe.
Okay. You're not going to have a cabin out in the countryside?
Yeah. The suburbs of here.
Would you have a office in the city? Would you go into, would you work from home, or would you work in the capital?
Well, pandemic times, I suppose I should have an office in the city, shouldn't I? And just go in there every now and then.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to be meeting people, you don't want Bill coming to your house.
No, we don't.
No. Okay, so now that Omega is set up, here's the decision you have to make. What unusual list is your country top of?
Longest summer.
The entire country of Mexico stays somewhere between 75 and 85 degrees all year round. It makes the resort town of Cancun a perfect destination any time of the year. But that just says all year round. So how are you going to beat something?
Yeah, okay, no, we don't want that. The truth is, I don't even like summer that much.
No.
Yeah. So something unusual that the country tops the list of. How unusual? You want it to be kind of super weird.
Hey, it's up to you. It's up to you, to be honest. How I don't feel right saying this, but how weird does Lee want to get?
Let's say largest middle class.
The largest middle class, is that school or just the
no, in terms of like the percentage of the population that is considered middle class? Yeah.
Largest middle class. You sound proud of it. Not that you shouldn't, but yeah, you sound proud of good thriving.
Why not?
Largest middle class. Fair enough. Let's see. I do have some bad news for you. Now that we've sorted that, actually, turns out there's going to be a scandal coming out involving you. Okay. People are going to find out. They're not going to want to bill you, but they're just going to be a bit disappointed and maybe outraged. The good thing is you get to decide what the scandal is.
What is the light? What's a light scandal? What's a light scandal? Um, why don't we discover that the island actually? Oh, it's about me, right? It's a scandal.
Yeah, no, you can't pawn this off on the island. Yeah. Oh my God, it's something about
I have illegitimate children, multiple illegitimate children.
multiple
Yeah.
with the same woman.
No, with different. I guess I've had affairs and this is multiple children.
How many are we? What
Let's
group?
say
How many
three.
digits? Three
Let's say,
digits.
yeah,
Jesus. So over
no,
a
no, no,
hundred.
no, no, not 3 digits.
Over
Three.
100 women.
Let's say three children. Three
100
illegitimate.
children.
No,
300 children.
Or if you
Okay.
want 300. Genghis Khan
Jesus.
styles. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, did you? I was gonna say, did you mean it? Did you know this? I'll tell you what. Your counsel had come to you and said, "Look, Lee, my God, man, control yourself. I know we all enjoy a good time, but impulses, and control is an important part of leadership. We think you should go on to the biggest nightly news channel and basically explain yourself, because this scandal, which has been dubbed Virile Gate, yeah, we need to nip that in the bud. So yeah, I'm just gonna say that you are now sitting down. Like the reporter's sitting down across the way from you.
Mm-hmm.
I always call him Anderson. So Anderson is going to be sitting down saying, "Thank you very much, Lee. We know you're very busy running the country. We appreciate you coming on to discuss the topics of how to run it and the economy and stuff. We do have to discuss Viral Gate. Can you explain why? what was? I mean, over 100 women have come out now saying that you've triplets with every single one of them, which is a scientific marvel. But
Yeah,
300 children.
I see. That's the thing. I think you nailed it. There is that at a certain point.
You nailed it there. Excuse me, Lee. You nailed it.
Wow. Come on, let's come on, Anderson. Let's cheap shot. The first one, was an indiscretion, as they tend to be, and then there were triplets.
Yes.
And then the second one, was also an indiscretion, and there were triplets. And at that point, I was like, this can't just be a coincidence. So I have to go again for scientific purposes. And then it just became like it is almost like an experiment. We just had to keep going, just to see if we would continue to have triplets, which we have done.
So you went for the full 100.
Well, it just seemed like. It seemed like we owed it to medical science or the universe or whatever, because what are the odds of just continually having triplets?
I mean, I'm sure the odds are impossible. But
Exactly.
So at what point did you decide? So after the second birth of triplets, you decided we're going to do scientific studies on this, or?
Yeah. Yep.
So you had scientists looking into this?
Yes.
And what did they have any conclusions from findings, or?
No.
Would you not have? So you had relations with 100 different women.
Well, at a certain point, it just ceased being relations, and it was, we're just the old turkey baster or whatever.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I don't have time.
Who does? So you did this with no. I mean, I say no benefit. I mean, there's still people who are being born, but there was no scientific benefit to you doing it, but you continued on anyway. Even as scientists were telling you after number 52, I think you can stop now, Lee. I don't know. Is there any... Well, I appreciate your energy and all this, but we don't need any more.
At a certain point, you might as well go for the 100. Then you got to round it off. You can't stop at 52. That's just ridiculous.
So you got as far as 52, and you decided I better make 100.
We got to make 100. You just have to, right?
Yeah. So I'm kind of just baffled more than anything. People are furious because they as you know, in your country, there's a lot of couples who are looking to have children and they can't, and they thought, well, they want triplets, but they couldn't. It was a phenomenon. If they knew that they get Lee to come around for a couple of hours.
Sorry, Anderson, are you suggesting we should have made this public and just made it like a service?
A public service would have been, that's what a lot of people are hoping for. They see this as, I mean, a lot of people see this country as strong social programs. They thought Lee and his triplet making skills might have been another.
Well, I mean, we still could if that's
Oh,
what
so
people
you're
would
open
like.
to that?
Yeah, well, I mean, if that's what they want, if that's
There's a
what they
waiting
want.
list of 4,000. Are you?
I mean, at a certain point, we got to think about the genetic pool. If we have how many kids is that then? That's a lot of people genetically related.
It is like a genetic ocean more than a
Yeah.
pool, but yeah.
Yeah.
So you're considering helping everyone in the country have triplets?
If that's what they want, sure.
If that's what they want, the polls suggest 98% are interested in having a referendum on it.
Well, let's do it.
So you're having a referendum. What will the question be? what yes or no answer? What's the question? I presume in a referendum you have yes or no. So the question will be,
Should we allow couples who want triplets to access Lee's sperm?
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, yes
There
or
you go.
no is
Yep.
pretty
Yes or no.
straightforward. Yeah. Unfortunately, we didn't have enough space in the text bar, so it just says access Lee. But yeah, fair enough. Thank you, Lee. Thank you very much for coming to the nightly news. Thank God it was on after 9 o'clock, the watershed. But yeah, it seems like people are happy. Your council have said that everyone was tuning in and they were very, very happy with what you had to say, and it was informative as well. Even though we learned absolutely nothing from you only being able to have triplets as children. I just have a question, or your council has a question. What seemingly mundane thing do you want banned in your country? I assume you want animal cruelty banned, stuff like that. You do want animal cruelty banned, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm a cat dad. We can't. Animal cruelty is definitely out. But
Good.
do you want something else, or is that just
anything? Oh no, anything that's mundane. So anything that, isn't banned in everyday life, but you decide, no, look, we can't be having that in our country.
Well, animal cruelty is definitely banned.
Yes.
Littering probably also banned. You know what? It's I understand there's drawbacks to this too, but we're also going to make internet anonymity is not a thing on this island.
So you can't have Mr. Peaches as your name on Twitter.
No. Well, you can, but it is registered and traceable to you.
Bill Peaches, who hasn't been found in several months now.
Yeah.
Well,
I think in a society like ours, like I think, say somewhere where, say, there is still huge stigma around, being gay, for example, that becomes problematic because, if you want to be gay in your private life and perhaps anonymity in the internet allows you to access that, then if that was in the public. So I do understand the drawbacks, but I feel like on my island where we're very tolerant of stuff like that, then there's less drawbacks to not being anonymous on the internet.
I do have a feeling that the likes of Bill and stuff, and in fairness, there wasn't many Bills on the island in the first place, but I have a feeling someone like him, if still breeding, he's still definitely underground. He's not on surface level, but yeah, he's definitely not accessing the internet anyway, right?
Wow, not anymore.
Not anymore. It's so ominous when he could have easily said no. Okay, no, I like that's good. Okay, seemingly mundane thing is good. Oh, your news channel, which you're beloved by people anyway, but it's still a very pro-Lee news channel, right?
Is it?
Yeah, it's very pro.
But it's not state affiliated, right?
No, but they know what they want to be seen by their families. They're not going to mess with you. They are all about Lee. What fantastical fact about you does your propaganda news channel repeat to your citizens?
That's more fantastical than 100 triplets?
Exactly, yes. That's old news now.
Oh God. That's a tough one to top. How do you be more fantastical than 100 triplets?
Something that we can do a documentary on, and we would do a documentary on the triplets thing, but apparently, as you said, no results. So can't do anything on that.
We should investigate. They should report that maybe my skincare. It's just like he looks good for he always looks good for his age. That's kind of mundane, isn't it?
So that's what we're going with. Just how is his skin so good?
Yeah, totally.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's amazing how that's the fantastical fact, and the fact that you're going around providing triplets to everyone in the country.
Well, like I said, I still don't know how we top that. I don't know how we top that. So
I know. No. That's a true point. Speaking, because everyone is so happy now with your triplet program, what celebrations? Basically, your people come to you to say, "Look, we want to celebrate you. You're doing well, Lee. You know, what celebrations do we organize for your birthday to celebrate? You know, we wanted an island-wide party."
I mean, I hate my own birthday, to be honest. I don't really like.
So this is actually just annoying you. Okay.
But you know, I understand the whatever behind it. So I think we'll just issue a check to everyone, and they can do whatever they want.
They can do whatever they want with a check for
right
100,000.
How's the economy in this country? I don't even know. Like,
I'm just assuming that it's about the same as where you live, which I assume is the same where I live.
Yeah. Well, you know,
but let's put it like this: is it enough to give them a really good night out on the town?
Yeah.
Dinner and drinks and party. Yeah. Fair enough. So that's what you're doing instead. No, they can plan their own celebrations.
Yeah, if they want to, you know, use their money to have a party at their house or rent out a bar or something, they do whatever they want. But yeah.
Anyone that you said that you had let into the country that you had made disappear. I just need to see. I'm still trying to figure this out. Are any of them alive?
I mean, probably not. Nah.
I'm just saying, every time I ask you, like, is this person still alive? There's no yes or no. It's always could be, maybe.
Look, I think it comes back to like I always find the idea of the criminal justice system such an interesting thing, right? Because the biggest problem with the criminal justice system, you know, obviously aside from the many flaws, is that even the theory of criminal justice is so weird because it's designed to do too many things that are in competition from each other. Like it's got to be a deterrent, it's got to be punishment, it's got to be justice, that we have to believe in rehabilitation. But how can you balance all the things that criminal justice is supposed to deal with, right? And then, you know, I'm pretty fundamentally opposed to the death penalty, mainly because I know that the justice system's so flawed, a lot of innocent people they get convicted. And so the death penalty would probably result in a lot of innocent people being killed. You know, on the flip side, it's just like we have to acknowledge that like some people can't be rehabilitated, some people can, and it's all these things. So I just think, you know, some of these people maybe are alive, and some we've realized they can't be rehabilitated, and we're not going to waste resources on them.
We're forgetting about them is the main point. We're not dwelling on trying to rehabilitate them.
Oh, so not if they're not rehabilitatable. I mean, no.
Yeah. Do you think that's what you do on your island? Just go around trying to solve mysteries?
Personally?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't think I'd do it personally. I mean, it's this.
I mean, you could always come along and then go, I'm bored now, and then you leave.
But I think there's something about like you as the leader or whatever should be a little removed from the process, right?
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Oh, so your economy's doing quite well. Just wondering, do you have a favorite movie franchise?
Yeah. You know, in the old days I might have said Star Wars, but I don't know. I don't know if that's true anymore. Yeah. Let's just say Star Wars, whatever.
So it turns out that Star Wars are making trying to decide whether it's a prequel or a sequel. Star Wars are making a new movie and they want to film it in Omega. They thought it might be quite nice if you had a cameo in it. Or if you played a character, just a minor character, you know, the leader of Omega, in a quick scene. Is that okay? You're okay with that?
No, I'm not.
I mean, they're insistent that, you know, your whole country's like, no, please, come on. You're doing this. This has to happen.
It has to.
I mean, think of the money that would come into your country. It would be great. You can afford all those school uniforms for all the all the children.
No, I mean, I don't really want to, but if we have to, sure.
Is there any? So you didn't. Star Wars used to be your favorite franchise, but now it's not as much.
No.
So do you prefer the original trilogy?
I mean, I do prefer the original trilogy. I think it's clearly the best of the three trilogies.
Which would you rank then? That's the best. Do you have the prequels, then the sequels, or the other way around?
It's really tough because I think, you know, the prequels aren't that great,
Right.
right? But I understand like he was like they're kind of quirky and different and ambitious in their own way,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Whereas I think, like if you say objectively, technically the sequels are better than the prequels, but then they're not ambitious at all. And, they're literally
Yes.
beat for beat kind of, except for Last Jedi. But like as a whole, the new trilogy is very safe and treading on nostalgia. So it's
Right.
like, so I kind of would give it to the prequels over the sequels just because like I admire the fact that they were at least
Yeah.
trying to do something different. Yeah, I mean, like I almost think like everything's subjective and blah 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 blah, and but I almost think like it's like a lot of, and I'm gonna sound like people are gonna hate me for this, and maybe they'll be like, I'll be the new Scorsese getting crucified, but it's like a lot of the, when I think of a good movie or when I think of a great movie, like you talk about it after and you reflect on it and it stays in your mind and you ask questions and blah 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 blah. I think a lot of movies now, especially summer tentpoles, they're not it's not the same. They're more like a ride. Like it's very enjoyable while you're on it.
Yeah.
It's super enjoyable while you're on it. But after you leave it, it doesn't stay with you. You know what I mean?
Do you think that's because there isn't anything exactly new to it? Like I assume with something like that, it's very.
Well, I think to me it's like
polished.
I think it's because they're trying to make money, and like so I think good art has a very strong point of view, no matter what that is. But it has a very strong point of view, or it asks a very an interesting question. Whereas I think that is the antithesis to making lots of money, because then you're going to alienate large swaths of viewers. So you want your film to not have a point of view and not have a perspective and not ask controversial questions, because then more people can just go and experience. You know what I mean? Like you ride a roller coaster, except for people who are afraid of heights, everyone's going to ride the roller coaster. No one's going to be like, oh God, the roller coaster was trying to sell me gay marriage, So like, it's like summer movies, summer tentpoles, they have to recoup so much money. They can't afford to have a point of view.
Yeah. But then you lose.
But you lose
Yeah. So they were thinking of casting you in a scene. Any particular scene in the first 3 movies, the originals? Would you like to be in the canteen, or what type of character do you think you'd play? A Mandalorian, Jedi, regular old Joe?
I would love to be a Sith, but I don't think we should do that. Maybe. So I'll just, it's going to be a little cameo because I don't really want to do this.
Yeah.
So I'll just be in the cantina or something. That'll be
okay. I mean, we can just say action. Are you working? Hey, you, get over here. All right, I'm already in the scene.
Oh yeah. Okay. Me?
Get over here. Yeah, you, get over here.
Okay.
So wait, are you working here?
Yes, I am.
All right, you put on an apron or something, for God's sake. The rest of them are wearing uniforms.
Oh, I didn't realize that this is a formal. Is this a Michelin starred?
I'm the
cantina.
boss. I own this cantina.
Oh, I'm sorry, boss. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Who hired you? Who's the manager on today?
I think it was Kathy.
Kathy, that's not a very Star Wars name. Where's she from?
She's originally from Yavin 5.
Ah, very good. Yeah, I know it well. I was in the holidays there. Come here. I'm looking for some rogue that he's flying a ship, Millennium Falcon. Do you know where he is, or?
You mean Han Solo, or?
That's the man. How do you know his name?
Well, everyone knows he's made the Kessel Run in under whatever parsecs.
Oh yeah, under whatever parsecs. Yeah, he doesn't know very well. That's the thing about you. Wait, what's your name again? New hire?
Oh, it's Biff.
Biff. Jesus.
Yeah.
Biff. Biff. I something I like about you. I like the cut of your jib. Right. And Solo, I heard he shot someone inside in this place. Shot up my boot.
Yeah, he always shoots first.
Yeah, I paid good money for that boot. What do you mean he always shoots first? What's that about? How well do you know this man?
He's a legend. It's Han Solo.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
But this isn't because this is the prequels, right? This isn't the sequels where everyone's miraculously forgot about the Jedi, even though it was about 10 years ago.
10 years. Yeah. No, this is today. This is current time, and I have a boot over there with a bullet wound in it, or a laser, whatever. What are you gonna do about it? Do you know a guy who can fix that, or
the hole in the boot?
Yeah, the whole. What do you think I'm talking about? The whole
Well, I
Bermuda
mean,
stuff. Yeah,
we got hyperspace travel. I assume cobbling is still a thing.
that is. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I
right.
imagine. Yeah.
I got a good cobbler.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you?
Yeah, well, I mean, I work at
I'm.
your joint. You don't pay very well. I can only afford one pair of boots. So
Whoa!
I
Hold on a minute.
gotta have a good cobbler.
Hold on a minute. You don't come up to the boss over some little comment of, "Oh, do you know someone? Do you actually know a cobbler?" And come at him going, "You pay shit." This is your first week in the job, Biff.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Sorry, what did you do before this job?
What did I do before this job?
Yeah,
I actually used to play in a cantina band.
in this cantina band,
No, not this one. In a different one.
in a
Hmm.
lower down cantina. And why did you get this job, Biff? Do you know why?
Oh, we had creative differences in the band,
So, you,
so I got kicked
so
out of the band.
they kicked you out of the band.
They kicked me out of the band. Yeah.
Can you still play?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, get up there, Biff.
Oh,
Get up there. Let's screw
all
the
right.
boot. Screw the boot.
All right.
Close it down. We're having a private session.
All right, let's go.
Yeah. Okay. What was it? Biff and the Council. Get up there. We get you off.
Yeah,
Biff and the Council. Okay. Yeah. Great scene. Thanks for coming along. We assume you play out that scene, and that's. Yeah. I don't know what the plot of that movie is, but
I don't know either.
Forgot even to get my own name. I think it was Frank. But yeah, we'll see how Star Wars Episode 12 goes. Meanwhile, you're back in your office, I assume. Your finance department, the head of it, Paul knocks on the door. He's just saying, "Hey Lee, got good news for you. We have a lot of money. Economy's doing very well. The big surplus. The people of your country. I know you're not mad into celebrations stuff like that, but because the country's going so well, and they've seen the clips, they've seen the trailer." Where a lot of your scene is in the trailer for some reason.
Oh, really? That's weird.
Yeah, is it weird? I thought it was like the search for Han Solo, but it turned into a Biff joins a band story. The people are very happy. They would like to build something. They'd like to build a big statue of you. You mightn't go for it. They'd like to build something, a monument, some building that they can say, that's for Lee. That's Lee's.
I'm not really into a statue of myself. That's not great.
Fair enough.
I want you to go out, and I want you to find someone who's made a significant contribution to the island, and we'll erect a statue of them.
Okay, so there's a man called there's a woman called
That's good, because I'm gonna say we got to find a woman.
Yeah, okay, we'll find a woman called Dee. Dee is she invented a new type of mannequin stand. They now stand like a bat.
This is the best we could do, huh?
I think she's very impressive with it. She's a great marketer, great marketer.
Okay, all right.
Wait, do you not want Dee?
Yeah, sure. Here's what we're gonna do. Actually, even better than this. Here's what we're gonna take a leaf out of the old King Arthur playbooks, and what we're gonna do is we're going to, in the center of the city, we're going to build an exhibit, and it's going to be a round table with 12 chairs around it, right?
Okay.
And then each year we'll rotate the statues, right? And we'll fill it with 12 people who've made significant contributions to society, so they will be celebrated for a year.
So after a year, then those 12 statues get moved out for another 12.
Yes.
Okay. So we build a statue every year. Okay. Just a question. Dee has just emailed in again. Why did we switch it once we said Dee was picked? Why did you decide? Find me a woman who has graced our humble country. And when they said Dee's made a cool mannequin stand, you said, "All right, no, forget that."
Well, because it's nice. We should celebrate as many people as possible, because many.
But you only said that once we brought Dee along. I mean,
well, the idea that was just a time thing. The idea just struck me out.
She doesn't have much time, Lee, to be honest. She is 97 years old, so Dee is a bit annoyed.
Yeah, well, I should be dead soon.
Okay, you said that right in front of her, Lee. That's not very nice.
That's just reality. I'll be dead soon. I could get hit by this crossing the street with a bus. It's just fine.
So are we just sending Dee? Does Dee get to be? Dee doesn't even get to be a statue.
No, she does. She gets to be one of the 12 this year.
Okay. This year.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, D. Do they have their names and stuff on it, all right? Like
Yeah,
you'll be able to tell who they are.
Yeah.
Because to be honest, sculptor isn't great, so some of them are going to have to look a little bit similar. But
No,
but
that's all right.
that's all right.
The names will be there, or whatever.
Yeah, with just the sticky tape on it. Okay. Yeah, we're getting that built. That's it's a rotating platform, you said, so it's going to be spinning around.
No. It's just a round table, like in a kind of an homage to the concept of the round table from
how big?
and Legend.
Okay. So how big are we? Are we 50 feet or something? Is it or?
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever's a balance between aesthetically pleasing and within the budget.
Eiffel Tower. Okay. Eiffel Tower size.
That's
table.
Huge. That's massive. That's too big.
Oh, I thought it just aesthetically pleasing would be.
No, you got to balance it with the budget. So whatever, something reasonable.
Oh, I mean, we have a surplus. Paul said, billions.
It's too big though. It's 50 feet. Is probably.
Okay.
Is it big?
I have no idea. I'm just guessing. No, it probably is. It's probably.
That's pretty big.
Okay, so 50 feet. 10 of me. Well, not even a bit less. 8 of me. Yeah. No, wait. Yeah, 8 of me standing on top of each other.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, you only see me on a screen, so that's nothing to you.
Yeah. What is this, a center for ants? Yeah.
Okay, we're getting that built. 50 feet, I guess. Why not, or something. Paul is just knocking on your door again. Knock and stuff. Hey, Lee, it's your finance guy.
Paul, what's happening?
Not much. A bit of bad news. I checked the numbers again. Turns out there was a minus sign. I didn't see the old minus sign. So it turns out we didn't have an extra 20 billion. We had minus 20 billion. The country's fairly broke. The IMF, the International Monetary Fund, they've just got on to us saying, what's going on here? Do we have to come in and sort out your country fee? They want to know, is there anything we can do to raise money and fast?
What? Oh, but that's a crazy amount of money. How can you even put a dent in a $20 billion deficit?
I suppose the IMF are happy once they see, okay, you're making it back. You're making a good bit back. You'll clear that in no time.
Do we have any billionaires living on this island?
There was a guy called Guy who showed up, but he's not around. He was a venture capitalist. He'd actually had a lot of money on him. Yeah. Do you know where he is? No, he might be able to.
No.
He had his wallet. He had a Revolut card actually in his.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Not gonna find him. No.
We have no billionaires on this island.
No, I mean,
I actually think that's a good thing. I think that speaks to
middle class. Everyone is middle class.
Yeah. Which is great. What are we exporting these days?
Cantina Lego sets.
How's the sales going?
Pretty well.
Let's just increase the price on all our exports
of
everything.
Lego,
everything
Cantina.
We export. Let's just jack the prices up a little bit.
By how much? 50%.
No, that's too much. That'll hurt sales. Someone crunch the numbers on.
Paul is crunching numbers, and he said 50% is just easy for everyone. Let's do it. Let's go for it. He's all about
That seems crazy, Paul. But if
50% is easy, right? You just kind of half what you have.
Well, you don't think that's going to dent sales?
15. Yeah, but it'll be. We'll get more money because if you pay me €10 and I say no, you have to give me another 5, then that's €15. So you give me 15. That's more.
Yeah, that's reasonable. Yeah.
Is it?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
For a Lego set, I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
Oh no, the Lego set is like €40. Now we're increasing that to 60. That's okay.
See, that feels like a lot. I feel like we should just do 20%.
Oh, but that could be any number. 20% of 40 is like 60. €8. So we're charging €8 now.
Well, no, we'll extra €8, so €48 instead of 40.
So €8 on everything. We're just putting an €8 tax on everything.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, yeah, Paul's off doing that. Are you sure you should be relying on Paul for your financial stability?
I mean, I'm starting to wonder.
But you're just leaving him as is.
How did Paul even get this job?
He, I honestly, I have no idea. I think your council threw him in there. He wanted to be on the council, but they were like, no, you can do that instead. He was the guy who disappeared Bill.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, fair enough.
Running an island's a lot of work. This is a lot of work.
A lot of work. So, I do have two questions though. There's a nice one, and then just the final one is: what photo op do you want to organise to assure your citizens that you've got everything under control? They might have got word about the whole bankrupt country thing, but they shouldn't worry. So, do you want to organise a photo op?
Yeah, to ensure that we get everything under control, eh?
Yeah, you can decide whatever way. That whole thing where
here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back to the site of the crash of the plane.
Oh.
And we'll get everyone who's part of the island who's survived, and we'll get the 12 people who we're honoring, and we'll get a photo of that group at the site of the crash to show how far we've come. This society has risen out of the ashes of tragedy to become what it is.
So wait, that is really nice. I do have one question just to confusion. So yes. You said that when ye crashed, everyone survived, which is good. Yes. So now you're bringing all them back. So everyone is coming back.
Yeah.
Plus the 12.
Yeah.
Plus Guy.
Well, Guy can't. He can't.
Why can't? So he's alive though.
I mean, maybe.
So genuinely, I'll be DMing you saying, "Just give me a fucking ending to the guy." Okay, fine, fair enough.
Look, here's the thing, right? Not that, I think about it. It's like the birther thing is obviously fucking terrible and stupid, right?
Yes.
Right, but at least all those people. Like, as soon as you can basically take a measure of someone when you're just like, hey, do you think Obama was American or not? I mean, they're like, no, he wasn't. You can immediately be like,
yeah.
I feel like I know everything I need to know about you right now.
Yeah.
Peace. So the Guy thing will be like that.
Right. Okay. Now I see. Yes. Because you can do that. You don't even need to. If you did say, is Barack Obama American? If someone goes, they don't even need to answer really. If they don't say, yeah, if they go, you can go, all right, forget it. You're fine. You're fine.
Kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a very quick.
Is the earth flat? Like, if someone's like, yes, you're like, I'll see you around. I'll see you, peace.
So that's your Guy.
Yeah.
Your Guy solution. Okay. Yeah. I'm on board with that. The last question I have is, though, if you, your Star Wars cameo went very well. They want you back for the series on Disney Plus. Yeah, you don't seem enthused by that.
Well, I mean, what is it about? Do I suddenly teach a ragtag bunch of underprivileged school kids how to be in a cantina band?
Sounds like you want to, and that will happen. Yeah, that's yeah. Like a little Grogu is the bass player, and
it's like School of Rock Tatooine edition or whatever.
There you go. Eventually, though, you are probably going to decide that you've done all you can as a ruler of the country of Omega. You're probably going to have to pick an heir to decide who's going to be in charge after you leave. So your people, you're going to have to let your people know that you're stepping down. You're going to pick someone else. The only thing I'd say is you have to pick someone who is actually alive now. So it can't be hypothetical your grandson or granddaughter. Right. So who would you pick, and what would you say in your speech?
I can pick anyone.
Yeah, you can pick. I mean, whoever. Yeah. In this scenario, I suppose you're standing in front of your house or in front of your office saying, "Hello, everyone! I called you all to a big announcement today. I'm stepping down, and here's the person and why."
You know what? Can I just give it over to the council?
Lee, I'm just going to act as the audience here. You're giving her over to the council.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean. Have they been in charge the whole time, Lee? Be honest with us. You can be honest with us. You're practically the father of all our children here. Come on.
No.
There's several generations here. You're just saying, Dad, where are you going?
No, they haven't. But I feel like things have been going well, so they might as well just take over now.
I mean, are you going to stay on the island? Are you going to?
Am I going to stay on the island?
Yeah, are you going to live?
Yeah, sure.
You stay? You just stay in the house and do all that, but you will have no power.
Yeah.
What if you're the councillor like, no, you got to get out of here. Don't.
I guess I'll just leave.
You'll happily leave.
Well, if that's the will of the council.
But now they've changed all the statues. They're going to change all those statues just to be statues of them. They've become.
Yeah, but I mean, if you cede power, you got to cede power. You can't just take it back.
Oh, they are go full on medieval royalty on this. They're the Nazgul, is what I'm saying.
Wow. Well, then we just got to go find Frodo. No, we got to find out Frodo.
So you are going off to New Zealand.
Yeah, guess we'll have to.
Okay. Dad, why are you on that boat?
We got to go find the Frodo that's going to take the island back.
You can't be Frodo, no? You're not.
I'm too old. I'm more like Bilbo now. You know what I mean? I can't do it.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. God, you should have been in Lord of the Rings. That's what they say as you're on the boat. They're like, should have been in Lord of the Rings. Yeah. Good. Okay. Fair enough, Lee. Yeah. So you're just gonna leave your island to Nazgul.
Yeah. Wow.
Screw him.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. All right. Good. It's nice. I think your country did pretty well, all things considered.
Did it?
Seemingly, because there wasn't outright terror. There was just a hint of people were happy, but better not ask too many questions.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you got a starring role in the School of Rock Tatooine.
School of Rock Tatooine.
Yeah,
because of course there's no other planets in the Star Wars universe.
No. And when you land on Tatooine, it's always in that one tiny little village on the planet.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, cool. I'm going to. Actually, Lee, do you want to plug anything on this podcast, like your social media pages or anything like that?
Oh, I mean, yeah. If you want to follow me, I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Lee Shorten. And I'm not a maniacal despot, I promise.
No. I mean, I will be cutting this up to edit in the worst parts.
Just the sound bites of craziness. But,
if you can just say I sincerely mean, and then I'll fill in the rest.
And then everything I said on this is my true personal belief. No.
And Kevin is not financially or legally responsible for anything after that happens. Okay. I'm going to say thank you everyone for listening, and I'm going to be back next week. And yeah, goodbye.